my
God.
Oh my God.
Oh
that's our
Oh
gosh.
my God. I'm so excited.
Is
Sunday
that
can't
really
come
the
quick enough.
title? Is that really-
Yeah, savagery.
Listen.
Listen, you gotta live up to that.
I ain't never been so glad to call a day Monday. That means I'm one day closer to this joint. Yo. Oh my God.
That was a great episode. That was a freaking great episode. Man, like the show finds a way of giving you exactly what you want, but at the same time, surprising you with a narrative you wouldn't expect that means something. Like the ramifications of them going and breaking in and like just busting up the party, right? In the middle of they did two different things. They did two different things very perfectly. They set up what's her name? What's the chick's name? Gabby. They set up the long game for us to end up exactly where we are right here, right? To focus in on the fact that everybody's about to kill this chick. And then you would never expect all of a sudden, yo, Aaron's popping up in there and ramsacked everything. Like our focus was on, Gabby because they platformed it so well. And then they were like, no, I'm going to shake you up even worse because you don't really know what's really going on. I love this episode, you guys. I don't know. When do y'all take it?
No, it was a great episode. I just thought it was an episode like where they just sustained suspense, this tight suspense for so long that's like you almost, as stupid as it sounds, you almost forget the episode's about to end.
I really did forget.
Yep.
Like it was just like pulling me in. I'm like, oh, and then out of nowhere, it's like, see you next week. Like, come on. How many episodes are left? Jesus.
I don't even know anymore. I actually don't even want to count anymore because I don't want it to be any more. I want more episodes, to be honest with you.
I think we're at 12 because remember, season 4 started at 60 and we're at 72. So I think we've got 4 episodes left if it stays true to the 16 episodes. But go ahead. My bad.
No. I was just going to say, I'm praying that it has like a part 2 like it did for season 3, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true. I do. I only have one problem with this episode and one problem at all. And it's probably more of a personal thing. Gabby should be in the ground right now. Fam. Like, that to me could not have been a better way for that chick to go. I mean, it all literally came to a head right then and there. And it was her own brainwashed racist self that put her in that position. Like she literally snitched her. It wasn't that somebody else recognized her. It wasn't that somebody else who was there. Like we thought it was going to go that way. We thought, someone's going to recognize this chick and it's going to be, they're going to arrest her and all. No, she was literally the cause of her demise or what should have been her demise. And that to me was the best form of poetic justice. And to me, they just jerked us over. And that's the only thing I'm mad at, because everything that happened the way it happened, I was expecting Niccolo again. And Niccolo, her father, or that blonde girl. I was expecting one of them to put the knife in her. And her only saving grace, ironically for me, is Mikasa.
I mean, honestly, I'd be curious. Was Connie there? Like, was Connie in this episode with the scouts?
I thought he was. I thought I saw Connie in there. I thought Connie was the one who was talking about, aren't we all high-ranking officials with the scouts? We should get that wine. I thought that was Connie in there before Niccolo took it out of old dude's hand.
It may have been, but I'm just kind of like, any of the scouts should have felt the same as that way. It's just kind of like, at the end of the day, the reason why I feel like that was going to happen is that's not how Sasha was raised. That's not who, that's not the people that Sasha came from ultimately. Now I knew about, like I said it as soon as it started going, I was like, y'all better keep an eye on this blonde chick. I don't know about the dad. I don't know about the mom. but you better find that little blonde girl, because literally she watched her mom getting eaten alive. The only reason why she even came to any kind of resolve or a life was because of Sasha.
Yep.
And I was like, that little girl ain't gonna let that go. Especially, she told them the whole story.
Right.
She don't even know if she was, they were playing with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was like, nah, bro, they y'all about to die. Like, they had to, it was like 2 of them had to pull her off of her, right?
Yep.
This because little girl.
In her mind, she was like, oh, y'all trying to be the adults in here, but don't worry, I'm a kid. She's a kid. She can catch this blade. Like, it ain't no thing. Like, I can't say I'm surprised the father did what he did, even though he said Sasha comes from hunters. And I'm thinking, as a hunter, you either gonna catch your prey or you gonna let it try to run and then go catch it. Like, he had her point blank dead to rights. Like Will Smith in Bad Boys 1, when he put the gun on dude's face, like, this is marksmanship right here, point blank range. And he didn't do it. But that little girl, that little blonde hair girl, I am #1 fan, because she should have been ate that blade. Niccolo could have done it. Her father could have done it. And she was like, y'all trying to be the better people here. But this chick not only saved, but changed my life. I have a future because of her. And you took her out? Come on, you about to catch this work.
On top of you gloating about it. You're gloating about it and saying, like, you ain't even being apologetic about it. You're like, yeah, shoot. Yeah, heck yeah, I did it, man. Look, leave Falco alive, kill me. But yeah, I'll do it again. Like, but I mean, I think the other thing about it, though. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I don't want to interrupt your point. Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say that the other thing about this situation, this circumstance, is kind of like, by the end of all this, with these different situations that are happening, I think that Gabby's subconscious is gonna be kind of like Rainer's by the end of it, because everybody's giving this girl every second chance in the world, and she's like been painting these people as these devils. And they've been the complete opposite. And there's nothing that she can do to change that. Even though she's threatened them, even though she's done the heinous things, they've still preserved her life. And there's a part of her subconscious is going to have to accept that. Whether or not she still wants to be a warrior or not, that's a part of her subconscious is going to be messed up by the end of this. I'm curious to see if it's going down like she's going to have like a split personality like Rainer, or like she's got some kind of complex mentally or emotionally, but I think that she's going to come to this resolution eventually of dealing with her own lies that have been brainwashed in her for so long, which would be interesting. Which would be interesting to see if her character goes on. And I do agree. I think she should have took an L. I think she should have. She deserved to take it. I was the one that said it. I was like, yo, Nikolai is gonna punch her in the face, and I'm so glad he did. He socked this girl in her face
like she was a grown person, like a grown adult.
For real, dog. Like, that punch,
fam. Oh my God! But I tell you what, that little blonde girl was gonna prove her right. She was like, "Oh, you think we island devils? You about to see how much of an island devil we are with this blade to your face, chick." Like, but here's the thing that gets me. The thing that gets me about this is I'm not even sure. I think she's going. I agree with you to a certain extent, Sam, about what her mental state is going to be after all of this. I think she may even be convinced that they're not the devils that they should be. That she's been trained and raised to believe that they are. My problem is, even after what Niccolo did when she told the whole truth and brought her out there, the first thing she said was, yeah, I did it. Niccolo, don't let these island devils sway you. You know, don't listen to them. So even after she revealed what she did and told him, and he bashed Falco over the head, although he was aiming for her, took them upstairs with a knife, had her at knife point, telling her Sasha's father, look, I'm giving you the honors to kill this broad, and if you don't, I will. Like, even after all that, the first thing she said was, Niccolo, don't let them sway you. Don't let the island devils sway you. And how many times have they swayed? Like, when she shot Sasha, someone could have easily reacted instinctively and shot her. Never happened. Had her captive. Never happened. She escaped, got away, got befriended by the friends and family of the woman she killed. And even after everything was revealed, didn't happen. How much more do you have to browbeat this chick over the head for her to understand that you have been brainwashed and not only taught to be racist, but to be racist to your own people? Because the only difference between you and them is where you live.
Yeah, that's
really
it. True.
And because of that stupidity, because of that next armor titan and everything else, even with that whole brash ego, she still feels that way. And to me, that's why she deserved to catch it. Like I don't believe in killing kids or harming kids, but she's animated, and I'm sorry, she killed a whole person for no reason. So in the anime world, she needs to catch that serious permanent L. And that's still the reason I think Falco is going to get either the Armor Titan or the Beast Titan, but I'm kind of leaning more to the Beast Titan now that because Zeke is on the island and we don't know if Rainer's on there yet.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see what's going on, because on the other flip side of all this, Levi is guarding Zeke, and Zeke is kind of revealing things that we were wondering. And that's the thing I love about this show, bro. The history. Yeah. Like, we always wondered, you know, how was it that Connie's mom ended up like that? Where happened to the whole entire town? How did they all of a sudden get turned? Because the only time we saw people get turned is they were ejected in their necks. Then we find out, oh, they put this in gas form, and then they took them and moved them. And I was just like, from a historic standpoint, the attention to detail and the writing for this show is like legit next level. Jarrell, what did you think about the episode, man?
No, I thought it was a strong episode, but it's just like I don't know, it's like a weird bag of chips that you get to the end of the bag too quickly. It takes too long to run to the damn store to get some more. Shit. Damn it. And then they're saying the next episode, what is it called? Savagery or some shit?
Savagery. The name of the next episode is called Savage. I said it at the beginning of the episode, and I still stick to it. Yeah. I think Levi's about to take an L, y'all. I don't know if he's gonna die because he's too much of a bad A, but I really do feel like he might take an L.
I agree with you. I don't think he's going to die, but he's definitely going to be put in a position where where the line is going to be drawn in the sand, and he is now going to truly go up be completely against Eren, not only because of what Eren's doing now, but for the fact of the many times that he saved Eren in the name of this hope. Although I still believe that's their fault. No one asked Eren to be in this position. And anytime Eren wanted to step in and be a fighter amongst you, you wanted to protect him and hide him, use him. I mean, the first time they even utilized him, he was bait for the female Titan. So all this time you've been here, you want him to develop his stuff quickly. You want to basically use him as a tool, but now you're upset of how he's acting right now based off of all the things that he has learned and dealt with. And he was gung-ho. He was, like you said, he was Gabby. He was like, look, we get to go across the sea. You know, let's see what's going on. And they're all like, no, like, hold up. You forgot this man's whole entire mission from the beginning was he wanted to get rid of all Titans. All Titans. And I believe that hasn't changed no matter what. I think that is the underlying narrative that is still left, that has never changed from day one, from the day he watched his mother get eaten by Grisha's first wife. He wants all Titans gone. And I think if he had the choice and it included himself, he would take all the Titans out of the frame. You know,
and I completely agree with that. And I think that even deeper than that, by the end of this, it's hard because I don't know. I think I know it's more to what Aaron's doing than just following along with Zeke. There's a hidden part of this story that we just don't know, and I feel like it's tied to memories. I feel like it's tied to things that Aaron knows that he shouldn't know, and he's playing along and playing his card. He's playing the long game. And I think that the people that are gonna die or will die, it would be interesting if he's already foreseen this happen. And he has to still do it the same exact way anyway. I'm really curious to see where this goes from a narrative standpoint. But the thing that I always hated about the way they did Aaron ultimately is they always guilt tripped Aaron. Every chance they got, they guilt tripped him. They were like,
especially when they wanted something from him.
You supposed to be this, like, don't lose, don't do this. He even at one point, like, he asked Levi, I think very first altercation with the female Titan, he was like, you know what, like, I'm gonna go change and protect everybody left. And like Levi was like, I don't know if this is the right decision. You gotta use your own instinct. And I'm like, that's not some, like, what do you mean? Like, he's a kid. Like, you gotta he gotta have instruction. Like, this is messing with him psychologically. Everything that y'all are doing and building him into is breaking down his psyche in and of itself anyway.
But that was the goal. That's why he told it. That's why he told it to him that way. He told it to him that way because he wanted to make him feel, he wanted to give him doubt so that if he did do it, you know, it may not turn out the way he wants it. Yeah. And they knew they had to try to make him get to that point. Actually, that to me was probably one of the scenes I hated the most because it was so contradictory of Levi. Like, Levi bust this dude's whole face up in a courtroom while he was handcuffed. You know, like, you do what I say, and if you step out of line, you know, I'll kill you instantly. But in this particular moment where he wants to be helpful, he wants to show his loyalty, and he wants to try to protect the regimen that he came to love and admire as a kid before all this stuff went down. He tells him, oh, well, you got to make that choice for yourself. Yeah, I mean, here's what may happen if you do it. Here's what may happen if you don't. But you got to make that choice for yourself. I was like, come on, yo, get out of here with that BS. You literally just told this man if he don't do something what you want, you gonna kill him, but then turn around and say it's his choice. Like, I hated that scene in the forest.
Do you remember in like the season 4 when Levi and Aaron meet for the very first time on the plane, and Levi says something to him on the lines of like, you got the eyes of them, like those crazy disease, whatever, like that I hate. And it was kind of like, I thought about it in my head. I was like, Aaron has been a Titan this entire time. And it may be that as much as Levi claims that he hoped that Aaron would be the change or the marker or whatever, Levi hates Titans. Like, he literally massacres Titans. And it may just be he never really truly trusted Aaron at all. Regardless of how much he probably put his faith in Aaron, I don't think he ultimately really truly trusted him. And I think that relationship, they never were looked at as equals, even though they technically in their own rights are. Like, they are leaders. But I don't think that was reciprocated to Aaron, where Aaron always looked up to Levi.
He was a tool. I think he was a unique tool because they finally had something that they believed could fight against the Titans, even though they had no clue at the different kind of Titans they had outside of the regular and the abnormal. They never expanded their mind past that until it came and hit them in the face with the female Titan, really, because they already knew about the armored and the colossal. So outside of that was their only hope. However, Aaron loved the scout regiment. He wanted to be a scout. He wasn't considering anything else but the scouts. He wanted to show his determination. You remember, this is the same Aaron that was able to work an omnidirectional machine, even though it was broken, and still balance himself out because he was that determined. Like, so they're looking at him as a tool. So I agree with you. I don't think I don't think in my mind Levi ever truly completely trusted Aaron, and if he did, whatever he had went out the door when Aaron went and attacked Marley, when he went rogue. So my thing is, and the only reason I agree with you on that is because even in the midst of Aaron going rogue, and I know there's the factor of them growing up together, regardless of it, Armin and Mikasa still believe they can save Aaron. Now you could tie that to them growing up. You could tie that to them growing up together. But there are even other people on the squad, on the scout regiment that still think Aaron is salvageable. But Levi threw that stuff right out the door fast. Matter of fact, you could even say Hanji did the same thing, because Hanji was the one who was like, well, I'm tired of people dying over you. I'm tired of us putting this sacrifice out there for you. And I'm looking at this chick like, yo, chick, y'all the ones who made that decision. Y'all decided to put him as a tool. If y'all gave Aaron the option, Aaron would have went full attack on Titan and fought everybody by himself just to make sure you guys lived. But you all made that choice. Aaron didn't devise all these plans. You devised these plans and use Aaron as a major tool. So that's on y'all. Whatever y'all upset about Aaron about, that is your doing. So my thing is, if they all catch a bullet, I can't even be mad at Aaron about it, because that was y'all decision. I don't think they ever truly saw Aaron as a human being the minute he turned into a Titan. That was it.
No, it's true. It's true. It's true. And it's sad because Aaron, even knowing that, I remember when Aaron was like in prison, he was kind of like assessing, like, are they going to kill me? Going to make me live? He was like, I'm going to prove my worth. I'm going to prove my willingness to live, to try to fight this for humanity's sake. And it's like you got to imagine, like, over the years, what he evolved into from just those mind games, man. And again, you guys that are watching this review, we're not painting this picture to pit it, Aaron versus Levi or not, but we're making sense of the resolve of where we're at this point. Because it wasn't just a slow progression. Like, no, this was worked to perfection in the way they actually wrote the show. But what do you think Aaron is going to do with that conversation between him and Mikasa and Gabby being there? Jarrell, you got any thoughts? Where is this leading to with that conversation?
Something real fucked up about that. Okay. What was the name of the next episode again? Savagery?
Something savage is about to go down.
Yeah, something real unexpectedly bad is about to happen. Like I said,
what was that Harry Potter joint? What was that Harry Potter joint? Something wicked this way comes. Yo,
you ain't talking about like he's gonna like eat Armin or something crazy like that. Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you?
No, I don't think he's gonna. Oh, I'm sorry, you talking to me or Jarrell? I'm sorry.
Either one of y'all. I mean,
go ahead, Jarrell. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, because I don't know. That's not even. I was just thinking about that now. But
yeah, I still stick with my theory. I don't think anything's gonna happen to Armin or Mikasa. Matter of fact, I don't think anything's gonna happen to Armin, Mikasa. Levi's gonna take a L, but nothing's gonna happen to him really outside of that L he about to take. And
I don't know
what's her name, and Annie Leonhardt. I think what's going to happen at the end of it all is Aaron is going to screw over Zeke and say, haha, this is what I planned to do the whole day. We're just going to throw everything to the wind, and we're going to stomp this is going to start this rumbling and just stomp over the whole world. But I think Aaron is going to be arrogant enough to be like, yo, I could stop you, but I'm not going to. I'll let you have whatever you have right now, and you can try to stop me if you want. I don't think you'll win, but you're more than welcome to try to stop me. And I think it's going to be a final battle between Aaron as the founding Titan and the rest of the team, the main folks of the team, Armin, Mikasa, Levi, and I would even say Annie may jump in that. And I think once Falco has the Beast Titan, Falco's going to jump in that.
Wait, what her pregnant tail going to do?
Who? Annie's not pregnant.
Oh, I'm talking about. I thought you said Hysteria.
No. I'm talking about the female Titan. I'm not talking about the story. I'm talking about Annie.
Oh yeah, I can definitely see Armin. I didn't think about it until last episode that Armin has inherited Bertolt's memories, and Bertolt had emotions and thoughts on Annie. But I always low key felt like Armin also had feelings for Annie as well. Like she literally let that man live. Like she respects Armin. Like she cares for Armin as well. So I think that
she loves his mind.
there will be a situation where he's gonna get Annie out or vice versa. Because I think it was something along the lines that he was like, if I touch her, I think I could communicate with her or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
So yeah, that'll be.
And I mean that could be because they're both one of the 9 main Titans. Who knows what their powers are when they interact with each other.
True.
I don't think we've ever really come across that part.
Not yet. Mm-hmm. But now, dude, the episode was dope. Y'all got any other thoughts about it? I don't have anything else.
I just want to know what's going to happen now that Peak is on the island. Like they didn't even touch that. They gave us that little bit of drip the episode before, and they didn't even bring it up here. And I understand why they didn't bring it up here, but I think it's going to come up in this upcoming episode next week.
I think I'm curious is what is that Yelena and Zeke have as their end game? What have they set in motion? Because the thing I'm confused about is the wine. So the spinal fluid is coming from Zeke is the stuff that will transform people into Titans, right?
Yeah, it's the same thing he used in the first episode when he dropped those people from the plane and he yelled at them and they turned into falling Titans.
And that's why he can control them because it's coming from his spinal fluid.
Right. So I don't want to say I think he has the ability to control Titans, but not the way the founding Titan can. Yeah, it's a little different, but because they're injected with the spinal fluid, whether it's his or just the formula they use, period, I think he has the ability to turn them into Titans without them having to be injected. In other words, remember as punishment, they were injecting people with the formula, and then they would just turn into Titans and go run off immediately. Right? Yeah. With this particular poison gas, it was made with traces of his spinal fluid, so they wouldn't change upon inhaling it until he screamed and turned them himself. So I think that's the difference. I think with his spinal fluid, he can control turning them into Titans or delay that turn versus the formula that as soon as they injected it, they automatically turned off break.
But then with this wine, though, it's an even more delayed reaction because he has said that they could be drinking it and they didn't even know they were going to be turned. So it's kind of like, what was the benefit of giving that to Falco at this point? I was confused by that.
I don't think I think Niccolo's concern was the fact that that was a warrior in training or what you call it in training. But I think the other piece about why he brought that up to wash his mouth out was because he knew Falco had nothing to do with it. And he knew that Falco took that bottle to the head for Gabby. So he was just trying to protect his friend. So I think, and on top of that, I also think once the rage and adrenaline subsided in Niccolo, he realized, oh crap, I was just about to kill a kid. Can we at least try to save the one I bashed over the head? That's what I think. I think after his blind rage and everything subsided, he realized, yeah, what I did was just freaking crazy wrong. I was just upset that I lost the person I love. Although I still think if you had given him an extra 30 seconds.
Yeah, so that makes that knife. I thought that they were literally giving Falco the final spinal. He was telling him to wash his mouth out. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, he was telling him to wash his mouth out because because of that spinal fluid. So,
but I don't think it's gonna matter because he hit him upside the head. He's got a gash in his head. Whatever was in that substance is literally in his blood, right?
Right. I think that is the case, and I don't think he actually factored that into account because remember, all he focused on when he bashed him over the head was, oh crap, the wine is going into his mouth.
Yeah,
that's what he
thinking about.
He factored in. I don't think he even factored in that glass could have shattered, you know, or put a cut in his head, and that wine could have seeped in there as well. You know,
this shows next level.
But at the end of it, what does it really matter? Because regardless, he's one of the people that are supposed, that is quote unquote supposed to get a Titan, because remember, Rainer doesn't want Gabby to have it. So
that's dope. All right, everybody's final thoughts. We're done.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
This series is trash, man. I hate it. No, I'm just kidding. Great series. Looking forward to next week with you.
Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed our review. I'll try to get our reaction on Twitch as soon as possible. Definitely go to the description bar below if you want to check it out. And if you don't mind, go to my man Jarrell's Alexandria's channel. Jarrell, real quick, you want to tell everybody about your channel?
Yeah, my right now I'm doing YouTube full time, and I'm streaming on Twitch. Do mostly reviews for like movies, TV shows, albums, but yeah, Drills Alexandria on the route, 20,000 subscribers soon.
Yes, sir. And definitely go and show him some love. Try to go and support him on his Patreon. It's only $1. Every little bit will definitely bless his brother. Great live stream today, guys. We'll be back next week. Peace, everybody.